prompt and it comes out.
What?
Come.
What?
Come.
Welcome to the show! A little late, but hey, it's the Skids podcast.
Better late than never.
I'm Shane Kopke. I am here with Tim Gage and Kevin McNichols.
Hello.
Yep, disappointment right in the box.
You're welcome.
He's a Christmas present you don't want.
And you're going to get it anyway.
It sucks. It sucks.
It sucks.
Speaking of sucks. Huh? Speaking of sucks.
We jump right into it, huh? Well,
Might
why
as
not?
well.
Trump did.
Apparently. So apparently there's this rumor going
This is
around
good
that
stuff right here.
Trump sucked
Bubba's dick.
Bubba's dick. I don't know. Who's Bubba?
Who is this Bubba?
Which is weird that Kevin had no idea. Kevin grew up in the same time frame that me and Tim also
I
grew up in.
never heard about it.
And yeah, he was called
Yeah,
Bubba.
that's his nickname.
Yeah.
The only other Bubba I can think of
Bill?
would be Bubba Gump.
Clinton.
I never heard him called Bubba before.
Look, he's from, what, Texas?
No.
He's from
Louisiana.
Arkansas.
Louisiana,
Arkansas.
Yeah.
One
Hey,
of-
you're
one of
both
those.
wrong.
Yeah, those weird fucking names. They give nicknames to everybody down there.
Yeah.
It's
And they're all-
typically Bubba for everyone.
Down
It's-
there? I think he would be like over there, technically. But yeah, whatever.
It's south, you fucking retard.
I mean, it's more,
South.
It's, yeah, but
It's
it's not
south.
the South. It's more like,
Arkansas is not
East.
the south. It is the
Let's
south.
get into
I'm
the
just
semantics
saying,
of fucking geography right now, guys.
look at the
That's
map.
really important.
you got to go east and then you go a bit south. But it's not deep south.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You're deep retarded.
So as it's been announced that a lot of the Epstein files have been released. Like Congress has pushed this huge thing to go forward on the Epstein files, and over thousands and thousands of files have been released.
It's about damn time.
And the thing is,
But there's no files.
yeah, that's just
Pam
it. There are
Bondi
no
said
files.
so.
There's nothing there. There's something there. Now, for some reason, right now, it's decided after this whole government shutdown, all of Epstein's files have been released, or a big portion of them.
Well, yeah, that's when you
Yeah.
do it. You do it when nobody's paying attention.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so one of the things that we're talking about, and it was Trump's involvement with a girl. Well, it was redacted, but they found out her name was actually the girl that offed herself.
Virginia Giuffre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Even
was
though
one of
she
the-
said that she's never had any involvement with Trump.
And so one of the files, the email says that her and Trump spent several hours together at his place or something like that. And again, all unsubstantiated because
Yeah.
it's redacted. Why would they redact her name? Because she said that she had never done anything. But
Right.
Well,
another
they would
thing-
redact her name because she's underage.
that too.
That's
at
always
the time,
yeah.
At the time, yeah.
So it was released that she was indeed the person that was redacted from that, and she had actually admitted Trump and I have never done anything.
Yeah.
So another part of these things that were released as well is a conversation between Epstein's brother and Epstein saying, "Hey, did Putin ever get those photos of Trump sucking off Bubba?" I think it's it's a short caption of what actually
Yeah.
what that email was.
See, I haven't seen the email.
And now this is floating around the internet like wildfire. I mean, memes are coming out left and right.
Oh, yeah.
Images are coming
Of
out
course.
left and right. I mean, everyone's going nuts that Trump.
It's funny. Trump can make
stick.
anybody do the opposite of what they were. Now everyone's homophobic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the whole left is like, fuck gay people.
Well, and the thing is, too, is that, like you were saying, all this stuff is unsubstantiated. So it's like, I mean, people just run with it. That's what they
Yeah.
do. And
Well, yeah, it's
what's-
not what you
what's-
can prove.
yeah, well, what's funny, too, is that, and I've been doing a bunch of research into this recently, that, they...
Doing a lot of research into dudes sucking dick.
No.
Oh.
And to
It's important
Epstein's-
research, damn it.
No, and to Epstein's connections.
I'm still researching. Sweat dripping down his brow.
Balls
And-
deep in
Fucking
Leave me alone while I furiously masturbate.
left hand full of
Get him,
Kleenex.
Bubba.
But no, he had a lot of connections to Democrats. Strangely enough,
Who, Epstein?
Epstein
Yeah.
did. Yes,
He had connections to both sides. but
both sides,
It seemed
but
like
he did a lot of work. It seems like
a 60-40,
yes,
70-30.
Yeah, and it seemed towards the end, before he was arrested, he was doing a lot of stuff with specific Democrats. And we're going to get into one of those in a little while.
This thing right here, what people are saying, President Donald Trump wrote on Truth Social in response to the newly released documents. The Democrats are trying to bring up the Jeffrey Epstein hoax again because they'll do anything at all to deflect on how badly they've done on the shutdown and so many other subjects. Only a very bad or stupid Republican would fall into that trap.
I mean, look, he is right about the Democrats and the shutdown. Like that was
It
a
did
total
nothing.
mess. It did nothing, and they got nothing out of it.
Yeah.
But it did a lot of great things, like come up with new memes.
Yeah, that's essentially
Yeah.
all it did. And it cost a lot of people a lot of money and
Yeah.
possibly their jobs.
And now,
Yay.
basically, the entire Democrat side is wanting Chuck Schumer's head on a spike.
The question I
He
have for
should have
this
been
is,
gone a while ago.
Oh, fuck yeah. he
why
should've.
wasn't all this stuff released when he was going, when he was campaigning for president? They had the information then.
Because at the time
because
they were.
there's information on them too.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
why
also.
now, then? Why release it now?
Because they've already tried
What, have they got to
lawfare.
lose?
Well, look, they've
That's
tried
part of it, I
lawfare.
think.
They've tried other things like assassinations, and none of those have
Yeah.
worked. All their lawfare stuff that they didn't work. He's still president. He became president anyway. So now they're using this because it might be all they got left.
So you think that's what it is? They've had
I-
this and known this whole time, and they're like, "Fuck it."
That-
You know what? They're butthurt about the shutdown and not getting what they want, so they're like, "Fine,
Yeah.
we're going to do
I was gonna
this."
say that,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
other thing it might be is too, you might have a majority of the people that are in the list not in government anymore,
That's a good point.
Yeah,
and if
that's
they're not
possible.
in government, well, you can kind of let it out.
Hurt 'em,
Fuck
yeah.
it.
They've got their money already. They
Yeah.
don't need it.
Although I know some of them are definitely still in government.
Oh, of
but yeah, a
course.
lot of them are out.
I mean,
Yeah.
nobody fucking leaves government.
Yeah.
So soon there's going to
Fucking
be a vote
sucks.
to actually release the full set of Epstein released related government records. So I guess
They
this
should have
one
done
guy-
it.
They should have done this a long
Initially,
time ago.
when you
we can all agree on that. It
Yeah.
should have been
Well,
done a long time
this
ago.
is-
Should have happened a long
This
time
is the
ago.
thing that pisses me off is that we were talking about the Epstein shit long before the Democrats even gave a shit about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
They didn't fucking care. They
true.
were like, no, we don't need to go down that road. And then now all of a
Don't
sudden,
go
because
down that
it's-
road.
Now all of a
Not
sudden,
down there.
now all of a sudden, since it's fucking Trump, they're like, oh, now we're against it.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
hate that. I hate the fact that anytime Trump says something, it's like now we're against that or for it.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
or yeah, now
yeah.
we're just against it.
I mean, it's
whatever
like
it
the
is.
it's like that saying, it's like if you told Democrats that if Trump said like I love oxygen, I love air, they would hold their breaths. And
That was a good call.
well, hey, I mean,
I don't get it.
No, I just
true. I mean, that's
your recall value on it just wasn't that great.
well,
is all
that's-
I'm saying.
Okay, that's basically what the thing was. Though.
It's true though. It's
Yeah.
like I despise the taste of shit.
Yeah.
And they're like,
all
well,
the Republicans-
like,
this
they're
is
all just
fucking
fucking
delicious.
walking
We
around
love
with
shit.
Apparently,
Yeah.
you hate
Ice cream.
Americans.
Yeah,
Ice
yeah.
cream.
Exactly.
All the Democrats now with ice cream shit cones.
Yeah.
That could be several reasons.
Ugh.
If he really wanted to troll, he could
Yeah,
do stuff
yeah.
like that.
If he cured cancer, they would come out saying, "We need cancer. What are you doing? Why would you
Cancer's
cure
the
that?"
only thing keeping the population in control.
yeah. It's unfortunate, but it'd be curious to see how far this goes. I guess he addressed the nation last night on a newscast. I don't think I watched any of it.
I didn't see it.
It wasn't. It was slightly related to this, but I think a lot of people were speculating that this was his newscast last night was about the upcoming war with Venezuela.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, which has been heating up.
I've been telling you guys this since the fucking start of the whole bombing campaign. That the whole idea is we're going to go into another occupation war to do regime change.
and it
Yeah.
looks like we're going that direction.
You're probably right. I mean,
It's the same exact shit we were doing
Let me see if
before
I can
Iraq.
pull that
We
up.
were
Yeah.
doing the exact same shit of the whole. Well, let's compile all this evidence of mass destructive weapons and fucking.
Yeah, the
look,
evidence that
they're-
doesn't exist.
They're connected to terrorists and shit, and
Yeah.
it's like no, they weren't.
Yeah, they were trying to like make a link to 9/11.
Look, the
you
one
know.
thing I will say about that evidence on Iraq, my uncle did substantiate some stuff because he was, in the intelligence side.
Mm-hmm.
That yes, there were terrorist training camps in Iraq, but they were in the no-fly zones where Saddam couldn't bomb them or do anything to stop them, and they were people against what he was doing.
Yeah,
So they weren't hand in hand walking down the street together.
Right,
They were
right.
enemies.
well, and that's the thing too is Saddam. One of the things that Saddam's regime did was prevent a lot of those terrorist groups and stuff in the area.
Well, he didn't like them.
He didn't like him, and actually, in a lot of ways, he actually listened to what the United States told him to do for
Well, yeah, I
certain
mean,
things
there's
many
famous
years.
photos of Donald Rumsfeld shaking his hand after
Yeah.
he made a fucking weapons deal.
Yeah,
with him.
yeah, exactly. So,
And then, of course, he's one of the main guys going after Saddam later in
Yeah.
the early 2000s.
exactly. So, I mean, they say
Fuck Rumsfeld.
there's that saying, it's not good to be a friend of America, because like at any time we could just turn around and stab you in the back.
Well, yeah, we do that often. I mean, we
Very
were friends
often.
with Gaddafi at one point.
Oh yeah, and look what happened to that guy.
In Iran, we decided to put in the Shah, and then
Yeah.
fucking
Yes.
that worked out well.
Yes.
It actually made it worse because
Uh-huh.
now they became even more hardline fucking religious
Yeah.
zealots.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
here
look,
we go.
look at what, Afghanistan in the 80s. We were arming and training the Taliban to fight the Russians.
Yeah, we have. I mean, like that's the thing. Like Islam is not. Like the people talk, Islam's a religion of peace, and it's like, I mean, where?
Yeah, no shit.
Where has that been
Yeah.
the case?
Hello,
It's-
welcome to the Quickie Mart.
It's not the case in, let's say, Dearborn, Michigan.
Yeah.
What's going on in Dearborn, Michigan these days?
I don't know. You can bring that
It's
up.
important, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's far right.
Well, if you are there, you might get woken up at 5 in the morning to the call of prayer.
yeah, dude, it's insane
Yeah.
that we have an entire city that's now fucking like all Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What? You didn't know that?
Dearborn,
is
Michigan.
basically like 90% Muslim.
Yeah.
I heard something. Is that
They
what this
chased
is?
out like
Okay.
a Christian
This-
or Catholic
Yeah.
priest that was like he like went to the it was like the city council meeting, and he was like, they had named one of the streets after some terrorist or something, some Islamist terrorist, and
Or
he was going against
How
it.
about let's call it what it freedom fighter, Kevin?
Oh yeah, freedom fighter. Sorry,
Jesus Christ.
But he was arguing against the renaming of that street. And they basically chased him out of town.
Yeah. This, I mean, that also kind of happened in Oregon when that cult took over that town.
Where? What?
You don't? Oh, dude, it's fucking.
Here we
wild.
go.
Yeah.
What'd I say?
Tangent.
It's wild.
Tangent.
It's not a
Let's
tangent.
fucking
It's talking
go
about the
this
same
way.
exact
We're
fucking
headed
thing.
this way, but
No, there was
take the long way.
Remember the guy that we watched on here that says democracy is for the people by the people.
Oh yeah, he's like, but the people
But
are
the
retarded.
people are retarded.
Yeah.
That guy, him and the chick. There was a chick that was actually like the real leader. He was the face of it.
Oh.
Say that one it is.
I'll let Kevin take it over.
Perham.
Regime.
Yeah, but the city, it got taken over by this cult. They paid people. They would pay the homeless people to come in and vote, so that they could fucking take it over. Like that's how they ended up taking it over.
Not bad.
And
40 years later. Oh, so that okay.
yeah, it was fucking
Near
wild.
Antelope, Oregon.
There's an entire documentary on, I think it's on Netflix. What is the name of that?
In the Shadow of Enlightenment. Wow.
That's the book that talks about it.
Oh, she's lovely. Look at
But
this
yeah, the
beautiful
chick
woman.
was the one that was really the leader.
Neat.
I did not know about this.
Well, what's going on in Dearborn, Michigan, though? Something was going on there. The same thing. They're having a cult there. or-
I don't know that it's a cult, but that like when people would move in as like refugees and shit,
Yeah.
Dearborn was one of the places they all ended up. Right?
Is that
So
what this is?
This is part of that. So Terror Plot actually got stopped, and somebody in Seattle was linked to it and arrested. That's what this
They
is all
are
about.
the arrests that sent shockwaves across the community. The FBI is making even more arrests 1 week after they stopped an ISIS-style attack before it happened. Just yesterday, in fact, police arrested a 19-year-old in the Seattle area of Washington State in connection to that group.
The FBI says they were all ISIS supporters who were plotting different terrorist attacks. J. Scott Smith is helping
I
us
thought
get
ISIS
caught
was
up
done.
with where things stand.
Oh, you
1 week
can't
after
kill
the
an
FBI
idea.
says
Yeah,
they
they're-
stopped
they're
an alleged
deep into
terror
the web
plot
right
with a
now.
slew of arrests in Dearborn and Inkster. What was planned
Well,
is
that was a
slowly
decision,
coming
wasn't
into
it? Yeah.
focus. The early morning Halloween raid shocked a quiet neighborhood in Dearborn. 3 young men,
I don't know why
20-year-old
it's shocking.
Mohamed Ali
Dearborn,
and
Michigan.
They all look
Majed
the same.
Mahmoud,
I know.
and 19-year-old Ayub Nasser,
Fucking wild.
arrested by federal agents last Friday
Why
morning,
even show that?
foiling an
I
alleged
know.
terror plot tied to ISIS.
We have
Ali and
outlines of
Mahmoud
what
were charged
they
with conspiring
look
to
like.
provide material to
Silhouettes.
support ISIS and having firearms that could be
Nice.
used to commit an
Firearms?
act
That's
of
a
terrorism.
Daniel defense. I like
2 other
that.
men involved in the plot were arrested in New Jersey
How did
earlier
they get
this week,
those?
while the FBI announced a 6th arrest on Thursday, this one in the state of Washington. The Halloween raid recovered 9 firearms, more than 1,600 rounds of ammunition,
not
2
much.
GoPro
Stop it.
cameras, tactical vests, and other firearm accessories, with more weapons and gear being found at a storage unit rented by
one
Ali
dude's
in
house.
Inkster.
Yeah, that's-
Ali and Mahmoud were spotted
That's one
practicing
box
at
at my
gun
house.
ranges, and the FBI believes the group was targeting LGBTQ+ clubs in Ferndale as well as Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. Federal investigators say
The
the
religion
group
of
used
tolerance,
online
guys.
chats and code words to plan attacks, trying to stay under the radar.
That's how this happens, guys. They
According
sneak
to
in
the
under the
complaint,
radar.
the 3 men, along
and
with
then
2 other
infest the
teens
place.
who weren't named in the complaint, were all in a group chat on WhatsApp that started on
How
June
dramatic
12th.
they throw the
In
fucking
that chat on October 18th, teens were
files
discussing
down.
such code
That
words
was
as
that was
firewood,
also a decision.
garbage, in 2026,
Can we make
which
that
the
more
FBI
dramatic,
believes
please?
could have been in reference to New Year's
Hit
Eve.
pause for a second.
The
That was
chat
definitely
also
one of those.
referenced the 2000
I'm in a boardroom with like 9 other people. What do you think we should do on that? I mean, it's got to be dramatic.
Some dude just grabs the boom. How about that, guys?
Everyone's
wow.
You're like, how do you be dramatic with paper? Like, I have an idea.
Swat that thing down.
set the camera up. I got an idea.
But yeah, and no, they're not really sneaking in under the radar. We're just letting people in
That's
and just
true.
fucking
I mean, that's
putting them in a city and going, hey, this is a good city for you.
well. That's because we're also the I'm going to say the left is more tolerant of stuff like that, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't say tolerant, but they're accepting of.
Yeah.
And they hate Israel.
Well,
number
and the
one,
thing is,
and-
one thing about the left is that one of their main problems is that they don't ever think past step one.
Nope.
They think, oh, we'll bring all these people in that need to come in, but they don't think, hey, what if some of these people are radicalized? What if some of these people have other intentions
there's
then
also the
rather
same
than
on
just
the other
having a
side,
good
too.
life?
There's radicalized people on the right.
Well,
But what if they're
sure,
What if
but-
they're radical?
yeah, I wouldn't mind if
Radical,
they're radical.
dude.
you know.
Yeah, like they're really into skateboarding
Or
in the 80s.
surfing.
or bodacious. Whatever you want. Whatever approach you want to take. But yeah, it's. I think that's what's going on with a lot of, especially like look New York,
Yeah.
who they just elected as their mayor.
Which is
Yeah,
insane. Seattle did the
Mandami.
same thing.
Which-
Yeah, and
yes, Seattle
Seattle.
did the same
Isn't
thing.
that wild?
But the thing is, too, with it's funny, Mandami, like literally like a day after he became mayor, everybody found out, oh, the governor's not going to let him do any of the things that he actually promised to
well,
do.
he's going to blame the governor for it. He had no plan to do it in the
Yeah.
first place.
Probably
in my
not. Oh,
opinion.
well, but the governor's like, well, first of all, I'm not raising taxes. It's an election year. Like, there's no way
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. We don't, there's all
Free
these other
healthcare?
things.
What
like,
the fuck are you talking
yeah,
about?
The,
No.
the bus thing, like his whole idea about making buses free and go faster or something. It's like that makes no fucking sense.
Well, isn't
Well, if you put a
Muskie-
bomb in each one and you say you can't go below
go
50
below
miles
50
an hour.
miles. You can't go below 50.
Yeah,
It's true.
And you put Sandra Bullock as the driver.
Yeah.
I think you can do this.
It might be possible. Yeah.
I don't know why, Kevin. You got to think outside the box.
You're right. You're right.
But
you're
he's
right.
already asking for money. I mean, he's like, what,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's the thing on his like video. He's like, when we told you to stop sending us money, you can start again.
Yeah,
Get us some more because I can't afford to feed these people.
because
without
we're
your
not going to
help.
be able to do any of the things we say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a
Not
lot
a
of
one.
people are realizing about that approach is communism typically doesn't. We've covered that
It
tons
doesn't.
of times. It doesn't. Socialism is the next.
There's
is the
that
first step
famous.
into it.
There's that famous Margaret Thatcher quote. She says, "The thing about socialism is eventually you run out of other people's money." And
yeah,
it's
because
well,
people don't want to work for fucking free.
no.
Yeah, but then you force them at gunpoint.
Yeah.
Like look, social or communism in the 20th century was what low estimates 80 to 100 million people dead.
Yeah.
80 to
That's the
100
low
million
estimates.
people
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
And it's probably more like closer to 180 to 100 million, something
Probably
like that.
It's a
Probably.
good way to control the populace.
And well, it's not. They just
A lot of mouths to feed
It's that was
with that government bread and cheese.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, fuck. Russia went in and they got rid of the farmers.
Yeah, the kulaks. They just fucking either killed them or they took them and then they just
them to gulag.
jailed them. Yeah, put them in gulags. Or
Yeah.
there's the famous one. It's I think it was like Nanzino Island or something like that. I probably had that wrong. They call it Cannibal Island now because what happened was they just took these people by train and boat and they just left them there without any supplies or anything. And it was like wintertime and all
Yeah.
these people just started killing each other and eating each other.
It's like
and shit.
Australia.
Yeah, kind of like Australia. Yeah, of course.
Australia.
Australia.
I like that, Kevin.
Australia.
Yeah,
It's
Nanzino Island,
Australia.
Russia, yeah, right there. Western
There it is.
Siberia, yeah.
Yes.
It's a tragedy.
Yeah, it's a crazy story. There's a book about it just called Cannibal Island, and it's like,
It sounds fun.
yeah,
Lord of
Yeah,
the
maybe we
Flies.
do
yeah,
some-
yeah. That's the gangs formed, and they all just started fucking just
They all
That's
started
murdering
fucking.
each other.
That's an
killing
island
They
each
all
where
other.
you go to
started
start
fucking.
hunting people. You can hunt humans there, like you were just saying
Ooh,
that.
dude, that happened
Yeah.
in Bosnia.
But it's a crazy fucking story, and this is during all this shit, like when this was happening, and
Yeah.
I mean, so many people died. So many.
And this is
people.
all because of the result of communism.
communism.
Yep.
Yep.
Which is what now Seattle wants and what
Well, the
New York
Seattle
wants.
chick it's crazy.
She's following the same playbook.
Partially, the other playbook she followed is, well, I'll just use my parents' money to run. That's how she ran. She borrowed money from her parents to do this whole fucking thing. Like, she's
never had a job.
No, she's never had a job. She's never like. So you're just bringing this person in that says crazy shit. Why?
And that's the problem
That's wild.
that's the problem with a lot of these voters is that they're like people like Mondami and this other chick in Seattle, they just say things like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this, I'm going to make this free and that free and that free. But nobody thinks, how are you going to do that?
How do you pay
How
for
do you
it?
pay for all this free shit?
Yeah.
You know, like
You don't worry about that.
You ask a lot of people the same thing, you know. I mean, people that are of that ilk of, hey, I think we should give out, Medicare should be or medical should be free. There should be cheaper food. There should be cheaper everything. It's like,
How
well,
you
how do
gonna
you fucking
accomplish
pay
that?
for it? How do you,
Yeah.
relying on the government to take care of that's a big fucking
Well,
mistake.
no,
It
yeah,
is.
especially
Absolutely.
when you heard Mondami's fucking quote that he said, "There's no problem for government, or no problem too big for government to solve, and no problem too small for it to." Well, I forget the exact quote,
spoken like a communist.
but no problem too small for it to get involved with,
Yeah.
and it's like. No, that sounds like totalitarian bullshit.
That's
which
exactly
is
what
what
it
it
is.
always fucking becomes.
Yep.
Communism always becomes totalitarian with fucking soldiers on the streets, fucking
bread lines.
bread lines.
There's this thing with Dominic. I don't know if you saw this or not. Where he says he's standing in front
Starting on
of
day one, we will expand the city's special enforcement programs, doubling fines for hazardous violations and tripling them for conditions that are immediately dangerous. And when a really bad landlord, like this guy, refuses to fix
Watch,
it,
listen.
the city's going to step in, make the repairs, and send them the
Okay,
bill.
watch next.
If that doesn't work, the city's taking over the building. We're putting the worst landlords out of
fuck?
business.
How fucked
He
is
says,
that?
we're
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah, play,
If you don't
play
do
the rest of this
if
shit.
you don't
Yeah,
want
play the
us,
rest of it.
yeah, right.
gonna take over the building.
So it's theirs.
Fucking
it's the city.
insane.
So you mean like seize the means of production
That's
like
exactly
communists?
Wait a
it.
minute.
So he's saying the quiet
And they have to
part
do it out
loud.
They have to do it at
Yes.
People
gunpoint.
voted for
That's
it.
right.
Starting on day one, we will
Isn't that
expand
fucking
the
crazy,
city's
guys?
special.
That is mind blowing.
That's one of his approaches with it.
Yeah.
That's if you're not abiding by the rules we set, we're just gonna take it from you.
And you know what?
That's
This
so
is-
un-American. It's
It's insane. It's and the thing is too, now that he got elected, you know how many people are leaving New York?
Oh
Lots.
yeah.
Lots.
Well, I heard Texas is like, we're going to start fining them if you want to come into our state.
Yeah.
We're going to do a higher tax rate for
But you know what? I don't blame any of them for wanting to leave.
No, you don't want to poison
know?
our state. You don't
No.
want- I mean, look what happened to Washington State because of California.
Because it's California,
Fuck
yeah.
It's insane that he'd even say that. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane.
That he would say that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
Like the guy said the quiet part out loud. It's like, if you don't do what we want you to do,
We're just going to take your
we're
shit.
going to go ahead and just taking it. And
Yeah.
no matter if you paid for it or not, if it belongs to you or not, if you're not abiding by our standards, it's ours now.
That
And
is,
he'll turn it into some fucking homeless
That
thing,
goes
you know.
completely against personal property rights.
Yeah.
Right there.
Well, in communism, there are no personal
I know
property
there
rights.
isn't. Yeah,
And
exactly.
That's what I don't understand is a lot of people want that. Why would people want something like that? Because
Because-
landlords are evil.
well,
they're taking advantage
That's
of
what it
people.
is. It's
Yeah.
landlords are evil. Anybody with money. It's because I have what I have, and it's not enough.
Yeah.
And the thing is-
everybody else that has more than me
It's
is
their
bad.
fault that I don't have what
Yes.
I want.
And another thing, this is like I was saying about how leftists don't think past step one. This is they call it first order thinking, and that's what they're doing here. They're not thinking about the consequences of this because it may sound okay, like if you hear it like a certain way.
smiling, handsome
but-
guys saying it.
Yeah,
It's like,
but-
this is what we're gonna do.
But they're not thinking about, okay, well, if you do that, what's going to happen? What are the next steps from there? From there, what are the possibilities?
Spread lines,
Yes.
spread lines.
And so
flour lines. It's
you
not
know-
even going to be cooked bread.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
like-
it'll
like-
be, you have to stand in line to use the oven.
Here's
that we're
some
now
rice.
on.
Well,
here's some flour.
Him talking about doing the city-owned grocery stores. Like, okay, how are you going to pay for that?
what a fucking mistake
how are you
that
going to
Seattle's saying the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, dude, they're both going down the same stupid road that has been done a million times and has always failed and ended up badly for
Yeah,
everybody.
this time it'll work though.
Oh yeah,
That's
time
the
it
thing.
will.
This time
Yeah.
they're not going to make the same mistakes.
Oh, of course not.
You know,
Of course
that's
not.
that's the approach.
Real
they're saying.
communism has never been tried.
Well, and the thing is, though, like everybody does kind of have their own version of communism in small groups.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Or-
like
or
if you have a
socialism.
family,
Yeah.
you don't go, well, sorry, kid, you're just gonna have to fucking work for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
there's
you have
that.
your own versions of that, but on small scales. On
Yeah.
small scales, it can work.
Communes
Yeah,
and shit
well,
that.
like-
Yes.
Yeah, hippie communes.
But when
do
you
it all
get
the
to
time.
large scales where there's multiple millions of people, it does not fucking
Yeah,
work.
and the same thing for like socialist ideas, like like fire department. That is a
Yeah, there's
kind of
definitely
socialist
certain
idea.
point.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, if
Definitely
you
certain
use
social things that are good.
if you use it in targeted ways, it can work within a broader system of like democracy and so on and so forth. But if you're doing it all across the board, it's
Yeah.
gonna fucking
where
fail.
everybody gets the same car, everyone
Yeah.
gets the same house,
Mhm.
everyone gets the same. That's called equity, guys.
Yes,
We have equity.
Equity is terrifying.
Unless you have some sort of
Unless you're talking about real estate.
yeah,
Real estate equity is different from that equity.
Yes, Kevin.
well put.
That's
Kevin.
what I'm saying.
Good job.
It's the only.
No, you
that's-
did it.
Yeah,
You did it,
I'm
guys.
just saying.
He did it, guys.
Yes.
He
yes.
did it.
You're welcome.
Way
You're
to go.
welcome. Everybody knows now.
He
There
did
are
it.
two different equities.
I was so confused the whole time. I was like, why are we talking about real estate equity?
I was
this
like,
whole time?
holy shit, how much equity do I have? I don't want the same equity as my
No,
neighbor.
that's terrible. I paid more money into mine.
No,
Doesn't matter.
Jesus
Doesn't
Christ,
matter.
Kevin.
We all start from the same place and end up at the same place, buddy.
I think I put way less into it.
So
be
we were
honest.
talking about prior to the whole, the terror thing going on, and the island with all the, the cannibal island, where it'd be a good idea to send people out to hunt people there, where you could legally get away with it. But apparently, what you brought
Yeah,
us
Bosnia.
was something like
so
that
the
was
Bosnian
happening.
War. When did the Bosnian?
I want to
War-
say the 90s.
It was the 90s.
I think it was.
I think Bill Clinton was still president when that was going on.
Was that also the same place where Hillary Clinton said that she had to outrun sniper fire?
No, I think that was later. I think
Maybe
that
that
was.
was what it was, though.
No, I think that was like during like Afghanistan, Iraq, all that stuff. I think that was
Okay,
when she was
Bosnia-
Secretary of State or whatever. Yeah.
Here's Herzegovina.
Yeah.
It was 92 to 95.
Okay. So yeah.
And it was the
Bill Clinton
largest
still
siege,
president.
the largest siege and longest siege in history, because it was a siege around like one city, and it lasted for 92 to 96 is what it's saying here, but it said 92 to 95. I don't know. So 3 to 4 years of
Yeah.
a siege around one fucking city, and apparently people within the city were offering up to Europeans and shit, like wealthy people that wanted to shoot people. They were offering them, prices to come to Bosnia and shoot at
Just
people,
snipe people.
snipe
yeah.
people, and they were sniping civilians,
Most dangerous game.
children.
Shit.
They were shooting children.
Oh my god! Does that pay extra? Or
I would assume that whatever they negotiated,
collect scalps from it or something like that? What's your trophies for something like that?
the memories.
Do you want to
It's-
read through this, or do we just want to
it-
browse over the top? I mean, this breaks down what you're talking about.
We could have Kevin read it.
Kevin.
So, okay, so prosecutors in Milan have opened an investigation into Italians who allegedly paid members of the Bosnian Serb army for trips to Sarajevo so that they could kill citizens during the 4-year siege of the city in the 1990s. More than 10,000 people were killed in Sarajevo by constant shelling and sniper fire between 92 and 96, and what was the longest siege in modern history. After Bosnia and Herzegovina declared independence from Yugoslavia. The snipers were perhaps the most feared element of life under siege in Sarajevo because they would pick off people on the
Jesus
streets,
Christ, dude.
including children at random, as if it was a video game or a safari. Groups of Italians and other nationalities, so-called sniper tourists, are alleged to have participated in the massacre after paying large sums of money to soldiers belonging to the army of Radovan Karadzic, the former Bosnian Serb leader who in 2016 was found guilty of genocide and other crimes against humanity, to be transported to the hills surrounding Sarajevo so that they could shoot at the population for pleasure.
So fucking crazy.
Fucking
Damn.
wild, dude.
That is so crazy.
Like we had movies about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we were like, wow.
Hard Target. What was another one?
Most dangerous game.
Yeah, but we
Yep.
had movies about it, and we were like, that'd never happen.
Yeah.
And now we're like,
These Italians are
30
fucking
years
doing
later,
it, yeah.
30 years later, we're like, yeah, that happened. And the weird thing is, the movies that came out were in this time frame.
They were.
Yeah, someone had the idea and then decided to capitalize.
No,
on
they
it.
probably just heard about it. They're
Yeah,
like, I think that
that's
they're killing
not a
people.
bad
over it.
idea.
Oh shit, this is a good movie.
So
Well, that's a lot, dude. Actually,
it-
that's a whole. That's a
yeah,
mouthful,
but
Kenny.
so it says here that there's actually a documentary about this. It's called Sarajevo Safari. It's a 2022 documentary by the Slovenian director
I didn't
Miran
even know about
Zupanic.
this.
I'm gonna have to watch that one.
Yeah.
And in the documentary, a former Serb soldier and a contractor claimed that groups of Westerners would shoot at the civilian population from the hills around Sarajevo.
That's fucking nuts.
Its claims have been
Oh my
vehemently
God.
denied by Serbian war veterans.
my God.
Sarajevo Safari was the starting point, says Gavazzini. I began my correspondence with the director, and from there expanded my investigation until I collected enough material to present to the Milan prosecutors. So this is the guy that actually brought the complaint, the legal complaint, forward, and says Gavazzini claimed many Italians were alleged to have been involved without providing a figure. There were Germans, French, English people from all Western countries who paid large sums of money to be taken there to shoot civilians. There were no
It's fucking
political or
crazy.
religious motivations. They were rich people who went there for fun and personal satisfaction. We are talking about people who love guns and who perhaps go to shooting ranges or on safari in Africa.
It's a different type of safari.
Oh, yeah. There was a traffic of war tourists who went there to shoot people, he said. I call it an indifference towards evil. That's crazy.
So this is all alleged, or this actually?
No, it's not just alleged.
No, it says alleged in it.
Well,
but
okay.
There's enough evidence to say that.
Yeah. There's no way to prove it.
His
it didn't
complaint,
happen.
well, his illegal complaint that he's bringing forward, I think, is still in process.
I got you.
But and he's done more investigating since that Sarajevo Safari documentary came out.
Yeah, and I was
2022.
just trying to look up where you can watch that. I can't find a place.
That's pretty
May have
nuts,
to do
though.
some-
I mean,
yeah.
you're right. Movies have done it. And
Yeah,
And it was right around the same time. That's the crazy part. So, like I said, I think that Hollywood people
so it begs
were
the
hearing
question.
about it.
I mean, what's your price point to go doing something like that? How much would you pay? We'll go around the table.
I don't know. I mean,
10K.
10K? You'd pay 10K to go there?
I'm just saying that,
dude,
I'm
that probably
not-
buys
yeah,
a fucking neighborhood in
Well,
Sarajevo.
I'm just saying, like, that's my guess is that might be the. Well, if these are rich people,
This is the
maybe even
90s.
more than that.
This is the 90s.
yeah,
maybe
10K is probably close to the.
Because I
price
know they
point.
were doing that with Native Americans way back when we were taking over, like when the country was.
'Cause you
young
know
as
they
shit.
Well,
were-
you'd get paid by scalp.
Well, if it was the military over there that was doing this, that were bringing people over, I'm sure they were taking this money, buying weapons, buying other shit that they could use.
Oh, you
for
think
the
it was
war.
actually military controlled, not just
Well,
individuals?
well,
in the
it- no,
military?
it
that
says-
was one of the guys that.
It says that there were people involved with the Bosnian military that were involved in
Yeah, but were they doing
this.
it under the table type thing, or
Well,
were
of
they
course,
actually?
it wasn't part of
Sure.
the military's
So
fucking
that's what I'm
plan.
saying. Were they
Yeah.
actually use it and keep it, or were they using it to buy more equipment for the war?
Maybe both.
Huh.
You
Yeah, I
know,
was gonna say it's gonna be both.
Probably both.
They're gonna be buying more
I
equipment.
would
Yeah.
imagine it's some individuals, a group of
they're
individuals.
enriching themselves and
Yeah.
maybe putting it into the war effort as well. So,
Look,
you know.
Commander,
See how
here's
they're
an
doing
extra-
a fundraiser
here's
on-
$150,000 for the next missile we need or something.
Right.
See how they're doing a fundraiser on here? It was the same thing.
Yeah, well, I know, but I'm curious of what names knew and what names didn't. Like if higher up command knew about it, but they turned the other way. Like the whole what's that TV series that just came out where they're like, oh my god, I can't remember the Asian one where they do those little chores and tasks, and whoever makes it to the end wins a whole bunch of money. But on the side, they were like taking the dead bodies and harvesting.
Squid Game?
Squid Game, yeah. If it's the same thing where they're like, the higher uppers knew about it, but they were just keeping their eyes the other way. It's like, all right, we'll let this happen.
I don't know.
But we know nothing about
Become
it.
a reporter and dig deeper into it.
Yeah, because I'm so incredible at remembering shit like Squid Game.
Well,
yeah.
well,
top
No,
of
you
my
get
head.
it. I mean, Squid Game. I mean, that's a very common.
Yeah,
title
you'd think I'd
to-
be able to spit that right
well,
out, but
so
no.
the guy that lodged this legal complaint, Gavazzini or something, he said that the main leader of the Bosnian group at that time may have been involved in it as well. So
So you pay $10,000 to go off some person.
I'm just saying, like, that's like
Terrible
my
person.
guess that it would be like
Ooh.
10K, 50K,
He hit it earlier.
something like that. Would be like what they would probably charge.
1990, I'd probably do around 10K, 10, 15K.
Kevin is definitely going to go do this.
What weapon would you choose?
I don't know.
I mean,
weapons are
Kevin's like,
available.
just a water gun.
like a high caliber,
You're just gonna
or you
fucking
want like,
drown.
Well, if they say that they
If
were
it's
taking them-
sniping.
yeah, they said they're taking people up into the hills and sniping at them. So you're going to need a high-powered rifle.
See, I'd want something more exciting than that. If they got grenade
22?
launchers, I'd want a grenade launcher. I want to see what that shit does.
Well, the grenade launcher though, you're going to have to be a lot closer to use that. You
fine.
can't
It
fire that from the hills.
If you're using like a Mark 19, those shoot out pretty goddamn
Did they have
far.
those in the 90s?
Mark 19, probably. I think the Mark 19 was.
that begs the
around
question.
then.
Let's look it up. There's
Yeah.
a way to Google that. Find out if the Mark 19 was available for 1990 to, basically
Between 92
kill
and 95,
civilians
I think it said.
in Serbia.
Let's
or
see.
Bosnia.
In service since 1968. So
Okay,
yeah, it was
so
probably
yeah,
around.
it was
That's
around.
what I'm saying. That's what I'd want to do.
So,
And I'd pay
thing is,
$15K for that.
But we gotta wonder now: is the Bosnian military gonna have that?
I mean,
You're probably gonna
If
have
you're
to
paying
use
15K, they fucking
Bosnian
better.
weapons. Is my guess.
I don't think that's a rule.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Bring your own gun,
well,
BYOG.
yeah, that's what. Well, if that's the case, maybe you can bring your own gun, but otherwise, you're probably gonna have to use what they have on hand there, right?
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? What else are you gonna use if you
We're
don't have a
speculating
gun?
here.
You're gonna have to use whatever they
They're just
provide
using
you
a
with.
How
sling.
did they advertise something like that too? I mean, obviously some dark web shit, and
Oh, they
There's
didn't-
no dark
there was
web
no
in
dark web
92.
back then.
90s.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's probably got
The whole
around.
web was dark.
It probably got around. My guess, in some way, in like some of these rich people probably had connections to different people that had connections to the Bosnian military and that sort of thing, and it got out through there. That-
Yeah, it was
proposition
probably
at some
rumors.
fucking mixer
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, you
Rumors
like
and
guns,
word of
don't you?
mouth.
Mhm. And I mean, they were obviously doing this with rich people. They wanted the money, so they're bringing rich people over to do it. And it's not just
That's fucking
anybody's
nuts,
going to be
dude.
able to do it.
This
And
is movie type shit. I
It
can't
is
believe
movie
stuff like
type
that
shit.
would-
And for
it's
grenade
fucking
launcher, a
wild.
Mark 19 does have a effective firing range of 1,600 yards
1,600 yards.
and a maximum firing range of 2,400 yards.
How fun would
Okay.
that be?
So yeah, you could do
Down a
that.
building or
Now, I
something
guess
like that? That'd be
so.
great.
I guess
I
the
mean, it's not
question
gonna down a
is.
building.
A couple shots
Yeah.
will.
No, it won't.
It will.
So the question
won't.
is.
The guy can dream.
So the
You
que-
can dream definitely. But
so
it's
the
not gonna
question
take
is
it down
though,
a
because they
building.
say they were taking these people up into the hills and having them fire at civilians and stuff. How far away are these hills that they were in, and how far away were the civilians they were shooting at?
37 feet.
Well, then then you wouldn't
It
need a
was
high-powered
different
rifle,
state.
would you?
Yeah. That's a good point. I think it might have covered that on here, the whole valley.
I don't know if
around
it
that.
actually said the distance, but it said it was like in a valley and that
Yeah.
there were hills around the valley. And yeah, it says they'd accompany them to the hills of Sarajevo.
These poor people walking to work, crouching
Yeah,
their
they're
head
all
down.
crouched behind
They're like, I
walls.
just wanted a glass of milk.
Gotta get to the bread line quick before
How
they run out of flour.
shitty of an existence is that? Having to duck away from fucking snipers that could be taking you out
Caught
left
in
and
a
right,
hat
man.
like that. Terrible tweed suit. Fuck
guy
that.
with Kevin's
I'd
hair.
be miserable too. Yeah, it's Kevin's haircut right there. That scalp will look great splattered all over the fucking
Popular
ground
in
there.
Bosnia in the 90s,
Yeah,
bro.
no, that's good that you're bringing it back.
We wear that tracksuit too next time, Kevin. Really get the fit done.
Kevin had a good idea on a mustache that he wants to bring back too.
Jesus. It's a little tiny thing. Just right below the nose. Doesn't go out to the mouth. But yeah,
It doesn't need to.
interesting stuff there. I mean, we got what
It's pretty fucking wild though, right?
It's a crazy
the idea
story.
of it is nuts, dude. And again, it's movie stuff that yeah, they made movies about it. The idea of it.
probably get
and
to
find out that it really
yeah.
happened.
One other thing right before this.
Yeah, so I did want to go to the Epstein Plaskett thing. So
Yeah, what is this? You were
So-
talking about that before.
okay, so you know how we were talking about how the Democrats are been trying to put this connection to Epstein and
No, I didn't know
Trump, but the fact is that from what it sounds like and from everything that has been coming out, it looks like Epstein actually hated Trump because at one point Trump kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago and like
Yeah, he was farming his
completely
girls,
disconnected him.
Because he was trying to
Yeah.
fucking hit on a
So
14-year-old.
after this, so this is before Epstein was arrested the last time before he killed himself.
Yeah.
He
Don't
was,
put that in quotes.
Yeah.
He definitely did it.
He was
we
trying
all know
to,
he
he was
did.
working
Yeah,
with
we saw the
Democrats.
video.
Yeah, he was working with Democrats, specific Democrats. I don't know how many of them, but we know at least a few. And this one was caught basically red-handed doing it. And I'll show you this here. so he was trying to
Just a
go,
Democrat with a giant red hand.
He was he was trying to
I've
he
been
was
caught red-handed.
he was trying to ruin Trump
one of those phone
before
number
he
one-
was arrested. Like he was helping Democrats during the time when they were going after him with all this lawfare and everything. He was trying to help them in destroying him.
Well, he had the money.
Oh, absolutely.
That
And the
nobody knows
connections.
where it came from.
Right.
So that's what this
So
is.
so what this is showing without a shadow of a doubt. Okay, they later got text messages from Epstein's phones and stuff like that. And now that they've had time with him, they've been able to actually connect timelines and things like that to the text messages and who he was texting. And this one,
the gentleman on the left or the female?
the female on the right.
Right.
Now she is
this
Stacey
connected-
Plaskett, and she was the senator that is connected to, I believe, the Virgin Islands, where his island is at, out in that area.
I have a question though. Is this connected to the guy that's been going through? He's been going through like all the metadata for every fucking phone for all these people and tying them together.
It might be. It might be. I don't know
mean,
for
this
sure,
guy's
but
literally gone
yeah.
through everybody's phone. He's like,
Yeah.
no, Epstein and this person were walking this street in New York City at this time.
Yes.
In 1997.
Yeah. Now that's the
fucking
thing is
wild
now
is
that's what this is here. It's an
Okay,
example
so
of
he-
that.
he-
I don't know if
I
it's
think-
that guy.
I
but,
think that
you
might
know.
be the reason
Well, let's
they're
watch
doing
it.
this.
See what
So
this leads
okay,
up
I just
to.
want to say what this is now. So what this is Stacey Plaskett is in this congressional hearing, and this is when they were they were grilling Michael Cohen, Trump's fixer. You know, it was like his guy that worked for him that would bully people and stuff, and you know that kind of thing.
They were grilling him to put him on Cannibal Island.
Yes.
Oh.
No, they were. So what they were doing here is they were trying to get more information out of him about Trump and any illegal things he may have done while he worked for Trump. And the thing is that Stacey Plaskett during this
Did
congressional
they talk
hearing,
at any point?
yes, just
Oh,
let me
okay.
get to this. I'm trying to explain it, Shane. But it shows that she is texting Epstein back and forth with him during this congressional hearing, and they matched up the times and dates.
She's
of
basically
this.
letting Epstein know what's going on.
No, he's telling her what to say, what to
No
do.
shit.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And it shows in these text messages. And so we're going to watch this, and you can see it.
All right, I'm pushing play.
Okay. And you see her texting him back during this, too. See?
Volume.
And while we were once
Message,
driving
are you
through a struggling
chewing?
neighborhood in
Epstein says to
Chicago,
her. Now,
he commented that only black people
here's
could
the
live
date.
that way.
Wait, hey, pause.
Attorney-client privilege, yes, I
Turn
will turn it over.
that off.
You, as my friend Mr. Meadows pointed out, misled this committee even today in a written submission
Okay.
that contradicted your
So
testimony.
now what he said. Now, rewind that.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
It's going well.
I do have to ask,
Oh,
and I
man.
know.
It's going great.
Okay, go back to, it's like, yeah, we'll start it from the beginning here. Right, go.
You can let it play. I've got it I've got it muted.
Right there.
Starting right here.
Okay.
Obama was president
So right,
of the United States.
get rid of those fucking.
I'm
While
working
we
on
were
it.
once driving
Here, hit
through a
pause. Hit
struggling
pause.
neighborhood in
Hit
Chicago,
pause.
I can't.
He commented
Why?
that only
'Cause I
black
can't.
people
Okay.
could live that way.
Off there. So now you rewind it.
Attorney-client
Okay.
privilege, yes, I will turn it over.
Why does it keep doing that?
Because you
my
keep
God.
clicking
You
off
keep
it.
clicking off the video.
Well, I know, but I want that thing to
You
go
can't
away.
click off the video.
don't click
it will
off the
click
Whatever
video.
I
off.
want, God damn it. But
How
that's
about
what.
instead of clicking
Don't
off the video,
play.
just make it full fucking screen?
Yeah.
Let me do this.
So off.
No, make it full screen
Now go
first
full
before
screen.
you clip
Yes,
off.
sir.
There you go.
Well, because otherwise you're gonna fucking know.
Okay.
Fuck it up
Can
again.
I exit this thing right
click,
here?
Yes.
I'm gonna do
Okay.
that.
So see, this is right here. It says the date and time
Christ.
there.
President of the United
Are you
States.
chewing now?
And while we were
Now
once
this is
driving through a
now
struggling
she is
neighborhood in
texting
Chicago,
Epstein right now,
he
and she says
commented
not anymore.
that only black people could live that way.
Now keep watching here.
Attorney-client
Cohen
privilege,
brought
yes, I
up
will turn it
Rona,
over.
keeper
You, as my
of
friend,
So that
keeper of the
goes away.
secret. See, she's texting him right now. He says Cohen brought up Rona, and she says Rona? Question mark. See, she was just texting him,
Review it in our next break to correct the record, yes or no?
Yes.
and then she says,
Question,
"Quick,
you helped
I'm
out
up
the
next."
president's
Is that an
campaign, Or
acronym?
were involved in the campaign as a representative, as a spokesman, even in your words today. It was your idea.
And he
for the
says
campaign
that's his
dating back to
assistant.
2011. Is that accurate?
And
Yes
now
or no?
you'll watch. She's going to bring up Rona.
Mr. Weisenberg and other individuals, Ms. Rona. Who are those individuals? Are they with the Trump organization?
They
and
are.
Are there other people that we should be meeting with?
So, Alan Weisselberg is the chief financial officer.
Uh-huh.
The
You got to
Trump
quickly give us
organization.
as many names as you can so we can get to them.
Yes, ma'am.
Is Ms. Rona, what is Ms. Rona's position?
Rona Graff is the Mr. Trump's executive assistant.
And would she be able to corroborate many of the statements that you've made here?
Yes, her office is directly next to his.
He says, Jeffrey
and
Epstein says,
she's
"Good work." 2 minutes later.
Involved in
Because he's watching on C-SPAN.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
fucking
So what you
wild is
have
that
here
shit, dude?
appears to be collusion between Jeffrey Epstein and a sitting.
That guy has some fucking pull, dude. He's putting input in congressional hearings.
Yes. He's literally directing her on what to ask.
I mean, it's not that.
How is she not under? Is she in trouble for this at all? Or?
No, nobody gets in trouble
Nope.
for anything. What
Democrats
are you talking about?
are never held accountable.
No, nobody's held accountable.
And she's
Stop
been
it.
heavily connected to Epstein in the past. Like, he has funded her campaigns, all that stuff. Because, like I said, she's the representative for the Virgin Islands, where his island is. It's a part of that island chain there.
That's fucking insane,
Yeah.
man.
So there's a lot of that stuff coming out now because now they've been able to go through. I think you're probably right. It probably is from this guy you're talking about. I just didn't know
think
that.
This guy has painstakingly, because he used to work for he did work for DARPA. He did work for a few other, like, he knows like security and all this shit, and finding metadata and all the stuff that goes along with it. He like I said, painstakingly went through every phone call connected to the where Epstein was and where other people were, and he was like, okay, well, this phone number called Epstein at this time, talked for this amount of time. At this point, this phone went into this room on Epstein's island for this much time with this underage person for this much time.
That's crazy.
He found all this shit just looking at the metadata. Now, none of this proves what actually happened in those rooms, but it does lead a lot of circumstantial.
It does. Absolutely.
And it's pretty fucking wild. I
but
can't remember the guy's name.
But that video right there showing those text messages, I mean, it's pretty crazy because it's like it is. You can't deny what that's showing.
That's true.
You know,
and you're right. What can be done about it? There's nothing.
I don't know.
Now that this is released, what's going to happen with it?
I don't know. Probably nothing. That's the shitty part is that a lot of these people are.
I'm on my mic.
Me. A lot of these people just do not get in any trouble. They aren't held accountable. Like I said, Stacey Plaskett has been connected to Epstein for years, in a lot of different ways, and obviously they had a personal relationship because they're texting back and forth, and he's literally telling her what to ask on the congressional hearing.
Yeah, we just saw it, dude. That's insane.
So they're trying to say that, like, and obviously at this point, now this is at a point where Epstein did not like Trump. He was trying to destroy him, and he was helping Democrats in trying to do that. And that right there is an example of that. So Democrats trying to link Trump to Epstein and everything, it's bullshit. One thing you can say, about Democrats,
I don't know that it's bullshit.
Well,
he
no,
doesn't want the fucking
thing is,
files out either.
I get it, okay, but maybe in the past. But I mean, obviously, like, it looks like they're just as guilty, about things, and maybe even more so.
We have a corrupt government.
Whatever the Democrats say someone else is doing, it's guaranteed that they're doing it too.
Huh.
They're the kings of projection.
Oh, did you want a reaction out of that?
No. I'm just saying.
The way you paused was like, you guys are gonna be like, drop your jaws or something.
No. I'm just saying that they are the kings and queens of projection. They've always been, and that right there is an example of it.
I think you're letting the Republicans off a little bit too.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm not. I'm not
They're
saying
both
that
terrible.
I agree. But I'm saying we need, obviously, if we have more stuff about Republicans working with Epstein, then hey, let's fucking show it. Right now, all we're getting is Democrats working with him. Not to say that Republicans haven't, but right now the evidence about Democrats is coming out, which is why I highlighted that.
Yeah.
Because that is like so blatant, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't blatant at the time. No one knew what was happening.
Well, no, nobody could connect at the time. But now that they've had time to go through like phone lines and stuff like that
in congressional hearings in the first place is fucking wild. Anyway,
yeah.
Why wouldn't they? It's not a classroom.
At the same time, though, it's legal conversation that they're having about the country
on C-SPAN, so you can see it.
Right.
Why would you want someone to get feeding you answers and feeding you ideas?
Well, and the thing is, they have assistants. They have assistants that do that too. They'll come up and whisper in their ears about info and be like, "Hey, remember, talk about this thing." And they'll pass them documents.
They're
and
called
stuff
pages.
They really are, huh?
Yeah,
fucking wild.
But it's
like that.
But
no kings, goddammit.
No. But yeah, so this is all over right now because it's new information. This just came out over the past couple days
ago. Yeah.
So yeah, so, he was connected with a whole lot of people. And it's, there should be a lot of people that should be being held accountable, but they're not going to be.
You're really bringing us down, Kevin. We should watch Cold Storage.
What's Cold Storage?
It's a new movie coming out.
With Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay.
What? I don't think Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, Samuel Goldwyn.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
it's actually fucking
we're gonna
Liam Neeson.
Watch Cold Storage, which
and then
I've
we'll get
never
to
heard
your.
of.
It's a new movie. That's why.
That's more important than Epstein right now.
I just
guess
don't want to
so.
be
Hit
sad
play.
anymore.
It's not sad. It's frustrating.
That's
It's
why I'm
frustrating.
sad.
Nothing's gonna happen
because
from it.
nothing will happen
Like
to
the
stop
whole
these
Epstein
fucking
thing. Who
people.
fucking cares? Let's watch this. Hey, I know that guy.
I don't hear anything. Well, I definitely heard it. Well, not definitely. I mean, I
He's
was
that
like
singer.
aware of it. You know what I mean? Like I was having
That
an
guy's a
argument
singer?
with my brain
Not
about it.
familiar.
I don't know who he is.
You are very chatty.
You know who that guy is?
Nope.
Stranger Things.
This place was
Oh,
military
okay.
storage back in the day.
I didn't recognize him.
You guys never seen Stranger
No, I
Things?
have. I just didn't recognize him.
No, I'm good.
That's
The long-haired guy,
no.
or the. I know who you're talking
That's the
about.
boyfriend.
Yeah, no, I get that. I just didn't recognize him.
Some of us have encountered this before.
Fuck.
We created a new species.
Hello.
Jesus Christ!
What's zombies?
I gotta
Yeah.
get out of here. This thing is spreading.
See, this is the future I
kidding me?
want.
Of course you do.
This fungus will mutate and spread.
After just talking elevator.
Joe Keery, he plays Steve Harrington from Stranger Things. He's also got a musical group called Joe.
You two may have started the night minimum wage guards, but you're a green light team now.
That is a nuke. What are you, nuts?
No, I'm ambitious.
That's not natural.
Taking over cinemas.
All right.
I think that looks pretty cool.
2026. Taking over. Joe is the name of the guy, and his group is DJO Joe. They have a couple songs you guys have probably heard before, too, if you listen to music.
I don't.
I listen to music. I just don't
I can
listen
guarantee
to.
you I don't listen.
I don't listen to new music.
DJO. We're going to do a quick. You'll hear it and be like, oh, fuck, I know that guy.
We
That's
can't
him.
play. We can't play music on the
Yeah.
show.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Way to
Damn
go,
it.
dummy.
We'll take your word for it.
He's a brilliant musician.
I don't think so.
He's very handsome, too.
Okay, you want to fuck this guy? That's great.
Kinda. I mean, he's rich. Why not?
No, I get it. You know, in certain states, you can get half of his money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And custody of the kids.
And the kids, too. I want it all, dude.
You
And the
can-
house.
You can have his children. You can try to let him get you pregnant.
my butt babies. It'll happen. One day.
So we're just gonna look at fucking pictures of this guy.
What else you guys want to fucking
at
talk
that
about him? You want to talk about the vagina? The vagina alien? We're gonna get to that now.
What vagina alien?
Jesus
Oh, yeah,
Christ,
yeah,
Kevin.
yeah.
That was your whole fucking thing.
What
No,
vagina alien?
Okay.
Virginia alien, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It says vagina.
Virginia.
Yeah.
I think that's how it's
Virginia.
pronounced. Virginia. So
So
we're gonna do a conspiracy
Sorry
corner
about
this
the-
week.
Got loud.
We were going to the week before.
Someone got sick.
Yeah, I got sick. I'm actually
Hence the delay, everyone.
still not 100%, but it's going away. This fucking cold lingered, man. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Everybody at my work had it, and then I got it, and yeah.
Stop
That's how
sucking
colds
each other's
go.
Dicks,
Yep.
dude.
Hey,
Stop
what can I
Trump
say?
saying at
jerk-
work.
Circle jerk will happen, man.
What can I say, man? You got to keep up morale.
Kevin, you got to stop fucking being the last one and having to eat the cookie.
It's true. It's not the best part of the game.
Yeah, dummy.
Who says that?
The person has to eat the cookie.
I don't know.
That's the person. that
Depends
says
on what
that.
kind of
Kevin-
cookie it is.
Kevin's like, I like really salty cookies.
Yeah. It's
So,
funny, Shane knows the flavor of it.
So This week's Conspiracy Corner. Now, I was going to do the whole moon as a soul-sucking engine kind of thing, but I decided
that wouldn't have fit with the whole sucking theme for the show.
It would have been a good idea.
But so instead, we're going to talk about what they call Brazil's Roswell, and it is
Broswell.
That could be like a fucking TV show.
Roswell.
So it's. So
Alien tits.
The reason why this is an important case is because it's got probably the most eyewitnesses and other pieces of evidence than I think it's probably one of the biggest ones in out there. And
I've never heard of it.
Probably not. Yeah. Well, a lot of people have, and a lot
because
of people
they
haven't.
didn't have a catchy name like Broswell.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. They had Varginha.
Yeah, that's not as cool as
That's
Broswell.
something I would have remembered if it was the vagina. The vagina alien, I would have remembered that.
Oh, you know what? There's a town nearby called Campinas.
Well, there you go. Vagina and Campinas.
Yes. And so...
Those aliens met. They jumped the border. And
That's how we got so many of them.
So 1996, January, this event occurred, and residents reported seeing a flying object that looked like it was cigar-shaped and silvery, flying over.
It was the one in the Oval Office,
flying over the town. And yes, it was Bill Clinton's. You know, this is the era, so I mean, it could have been. He went outside the White House and just tossed it
Trump
in the air.
got done with him, and he's like, "All right, here we go. Watch how far it flies,
Man,
folks."
that guy just gets his dick sucked everywhere.
But
that's his thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
He really likes getting his dick sucked.
So a lot of these eyewitnesses that saw the ship said that it was smoking, and now the like
'Cause it's
white
a
smoke.
cigar.
Yes, and but the reason why this happened is because apparently it was hit by possibly a missile or some other military weapon. They attacked it as it was flying over Brazil, and it crashes in
Brazil
outside
has a
of
military?
Virginia. Yes, they do. Huh. And
we
so
probably helped fund it.
Crashes just outside Varginha, and or vagina.
Vagina.
To us Americans.
We're going to call it vagina.
And so it was. They said it's about the size of a school bus.
Damn.
In size, and
it's pretty small.
So amateur pilot
spaceship.
Carlos de Souza witnessed the craft rocking erratically, leaking white smoke from damage on the outside of it, and then it impacted the ground.
Gosh.
So he went to the site. He went to the site where this ship crashed, and there was debris everywhere. And he went up and picked up some of the pieces of this debris, and he said that it was thin, and when he squeezed it, it would just crumple, and then when he let go, it would pop right back into the way it was, the form that it was in. But it was also very light. So this stuff was either like fucking aluminum foil, no wonder why it got shot down, or it was super strong, super thin, memory alloy kind of material, which is what people
like
think that
Batman's
it might
cape.
have been. Yeah, kind of.
Gotcha.
So he was looking at the materials, and he was, looking through the wreckage and stuff, and then all of this convoy of military trucks come up, and they pull guns on him and tell him to get the fuck out of there. And so he does. He leaves. They
said something like, go away, I'm ordering you.
Yeah.
They're like, we're taking
Something like
over
that.
this store. It's going to be a government one.
So that's, right here. Yeah, this is what
I'm
we're
literally
right there.
following along
Yeah.
with what you've written
We're
down.
following along,
up
yeah.
here, what I've got pulled up.
So now, okay, so he goes off.
And then
he
Dinesh
leaves.
D'Souza.
Yeah, Dinesh D'Souza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who it was, right?
Yeah, sure. It was his cousin.
This is a
Carlos
mock-up of what the
D'Souza.
site looked like.
And so later that morning, local firefighters under police orders actually chased down and captured a creature that was in a residential neighborhood. They had set up a blockade because there were eyewitnesses that said they saw something running around, and these firefighters literally threw fucking nets and shit over it and grabbed it and put it into the truck, and they transported it to this. I believe it was a hospital, a local hospital.
Yeah, this is the one where the police officer died.
Yes, the police officer died. Well, now one of these firefighters also died. So 2 people died as being in direct contact and touching these creatures. So now a little bit later, these 3 young girls at the time, they were 16. One was 16, one was 14, and one was 22. They encountered a second creature in an empty lot. And this creature was bending down next to this like concrete wall, and it looked at them. Now, right here, this drawing that you're seeing on the screen, this is what the little girls got together with an artist.
It's partially Darth
and
Maul.
the artist drew this based on their
It's in a
descriptions.
sex suit. One of those fucking those latex sex
Well,
suits.
okay, and that's the thing.
It's got
now,
a little
now,
fucking suction
thing
thing.
is, so this creature,
Someone's going through its
now
fetish
the
right now.
the skin, it was this brownish sort of color, but also it was very oily. The skin was oily, and it put off the smell of ammonia. And apparently, from what all the eyewitnesses that
From
got
all the
close to it
piss.
said, was that smell
From wearing that
was
suit.
stuck in their nose for days afterward,
Oy.
after being around it. And also the areas where these aliens were at also stunk like this ammonia for a long period of time afterward. The hospital where they were taken, they had to close off whole wings of the hospital, the wings that they brought these creatures into, because they had to literally wait until the smell just went away, because cleaning crews could not get rid of it.
Wow.
And so these are the girls that encountered the creature there, and one of them, now 2 of them ran away. One of them was frozen there and said that the creature was speaking to her telepathically, telling her that it was frightened, injured, and needed help. And but she ran. She was terrified, obviously. And these girls were later talked to. All these people have been spoken to on a documentary called Moment of Contact. A documentary guy went down there years later and has interviewed as many eyewitnesses as he can get a hold of. Now, the police later, they caught one more of these. It seems like there was 3 creatures that were running around this town. And these 2 police officers, they were in a squad car, and they one of them, his name was Marco El Shariz. He actually jumped out of the
like
car.
A fucking Muslim name at the end of this fucking.
They're Brazilian, you know.
I
And
guess
so
it's Portuguese.
he jumps out of the car and grabs this thing, because they're driving down the road and they see it run across the street. And so he jumps out of the car, grabs it, puts it into the car, and then they take it to the hospital. Now, later on, this guy that grabbed this creature died from some horrible bacteria.
Yeah.
And all the doctors to this day that worked on it and worked on him and the firefighter, none of them have ever seen anything like this before. It was very aggressive, and their autopsies are available and actually shows the chemical composition of this bacteria. And nobody's seen anything like it before. They just had no immunity to it
looks
at
like
all.
they said the creature scratched that guy.
Yes, the police officer got scratched. And we're not sure if the
alien
firefighter
also
was
talked to
scratched.
him.
Yes, but telepathically.
Yeah.
So those 2 guys died like weeks later.
I
They
think
just
the
got
alien-
sicker and sicker and sicker.
I think the alien also, to the police officer, shapeshifted.
I don't know anything. I didn't hear anything about the
I think that there
shapeshifting.
was something like that from this one, where it made itself appear as like an Air Force pilot.
I didn't
Some
read
weird
anything
shit
about
like
that. But maybe that did happen. Maybe I missed that detail. But so basically they take these creatures to the hospital, and one of them's dead from injuries from the crash, presumably, and the other 2 are held in different rooms. One of them, now, the documentary guy that made the Moment of Contact documentary, he's putting out a new documentary that's kind of a sequel to this, because he's now gotten in touch with a bunch of other eyewitnesses, one of which was a neurosurgeon that was working at that hospital and actually spent several minutes with one of these living aliens, and like face to face with it, and this creature spoke to him telepathically. And shortly after he started spending time with this creature because he was going to examine it. And the military came in, kicked him out of the room, and took the creature away. And, you know, to this day, I mean, this guy, the thing is, this is a lot of this. It's all a lot of this eyewitness reports.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very hard to be sure if
Substantiate
someone's.
any of that? Yeah.
Now there is some stuff like, for instance, you know, the autopsies, those are available, but also there has been since a soldier in the first documentary he came out, and he actually talked about actually being a part of the team that brought these creatures back to the military base. And he actually saw the corpse.
Oh, these are Disney characters.
Yeah. He actually saw the corpse of one of them, of the dead one, you know, and his identity was never given out. He was like, you know, they blocked off his face and changed his voice and stuff because he didn't want it to come back to him. Now, they have tried to talk to the other police officer that was in the police car, the driver. But when they went down there in the documentary to his house, he told them to get off the property, he'd shoot them all. And
well, as one does.
Yeah, and to this
It's
day,
Brazil.
Exactly. But to this day, that police officer, to this day, that police officer refuses to talk to anybody, and he is one of the few people that we know of that had, you know, somewhat long-term time with and around one of these aliens. Now they were saying that like these creatures, they were about 4 feet tall ish, somewhere around there. They're really short, really seemed fragile, but again they had this oily skin and this horrible smell of ammonia, and just touching them obviously was enough to kill 2 people. So which honestly, realistically, when you think about contact with another life form, you would think that there would be things, biological things, that just our 2 races probably would not be able to handle, just because we don't have immunity to those things. We haven't been around them. Humanity spent millions of years on this planet getting used to the things that are here on this planet, the bacteria.
I mean, that's
and all
why
that.
90% of the Native Americans that died from disease.
That's exactly right. Yeah, when the like Columbus and all these other guys came over.
STDs. That'll do it every time.
That too.
I think part of it was STDs.
Yeah.
I guarantee you a lot of it was STDs.
But, you know,
these naked natives everywhere.
Yeah, so they had no immunity to this stuff. So, I mean, honestly, that right here, I think the death of those 2 guys, I think is probably, to me, is like one of the most realistic aspects of this.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to have contact with an alien from some other planet, there would probably be those problems, those issues to worry about.
Well, potentially. Maybe the bacteria wouldn't be able to even do anything to a person.
That's true, too.
That's another thing.
That's true, too. Maybe
There's
no
also
effect
that
us.
theory that some aliens will show up here aren't used to our atmosphere and catch fire because,
Yeah,
wow, these human beings are living in a
oxygen rich
Well,
environment.
hey, I mean, War of the Worlds. The whole reason why the aliens die is because their bodies are not, and their immune systems aren't used to Earth's bacteria. And
or Mars Attacks, when they all die because of a song.
Yeah, that fucking song, their heads explode.
There's this video you wanted me to pull up too.
Yeah, so this is a video. Now this is just talking about the incident, and David Grush is on here. David Grush is the whistleblower who's become very famous recently over the past couple of years, and because he was in the military and he actually got to see a lot of evidence.
So he doesn't
with
have a
these
little
things.
tin whistle that he goes around the streets with.
No. So go ahead and play this, and we'll see.
He just whistles Dixie everywhere.
In light of David Grush's whistleblower testimony, where he claimed that the U.S. government is in possession of extraterrestrial spacecraft and potentially even alien bodies, I thought it would be instructive to look at a very different but well-known case in UFO mythology and see if we can spot any common threads. So in today's video, we're going to be traveling to South America to explore one of the most intriguing UFO encounters in
That's exactly
Brazilian
what Kevin
history,
just got done talking
the Varginha
about.
UFO
The same
incident.
fucking story.
So get out your Bible lamps and your I Want to Believe poster and take a trip back to the 90s and relive this as of yet unexplained phenomenon.
We could skip
Our
through.
story takes us to the
That's 8
small
minutes.
town of
No, just-
Varginha, located in the state of
It's
Minas
got the
Gerais,
same fucking
Brazil.
photos.
It was January 1996.
Doesn't have this
when
B-roll.
something
Oh,
extraordinary
that's true.
occurred
Yep,
that
we don't have
forever
B-roll.
etched Varginha into the annals of UFO history. Carlos de Souza, the first eyewitness to describe the incident,
That's
claimed
the
that
guy
he
that
had seen
found
what
the
appeared to
crash.
be a damaged object fly across the sky and crash into a field. Thinking it was a human
This is
aircraft
from the
that had just
documentary.
crashed and might be in need of assistance, he rushed over to the scene. He described picking up a piece of the debris, saying it was similar to aluminum foil in appearance and texture. He crumpled it in his hand and said that it immediately went back to its original shape. Shortly after his arrival on the scene, he claims that the Brazilian military showed up, pointed a rifle in his face, and told him to leave. Although de Souza did not describe seeing any creatures near the crash site, he did describe an overwhelming sense of something like ammonia or sulfur.
Because at this point,
He
they
gave
had
an
probably
interview to the
already
local
left
media
the
shortly
site.
after the incident and did not speak publicly on the topic again until 25 years later in James Fox's documentary on the Varginha incident called Moment of Contact. A few days after de Souza's encounter, 3 girls walking in town reported that they had seen a strange creature,
It sounded like someone
which they
trying to hold
described
a
as
fart.
a humanoid being with large red eyes, prominent bumps or protrusions on the forehead, and having a strong ammonia-like odor.
And everybody that claims
They
to have
also
seen these
claimed that it
aliens
had
have
dark
described
skin
them the
with
same
what appeared
way.
to be an oily texture. They quickly ran back to their mother at home in a panic and explained what they had seen. The mother returned with the girls to the scene, but did not see the creature herself. She did, however, describe seeing a footprint that was unlike any other animal footprint she had ever seen, with only 3 prominent toes. She too described a lingering ammonia-like smell. Hours after the girls' account of witnessing the creature, the military erected a blockade in the neighborhood. An eyewitness on camera in Moment of Contact claims that he had attempted to pass the blockade but was stopped by armed military personnel.
Yeah.
On the same day, 6 miles away from the crash site,
They were blocking off like
eyewitnesses in the
basically
area
like
called the local fire
main
department with
like
reports of
entire
an odd creature
neighborhoods
in
of the
trees
city
near their
because they were
houses.
trying to capture these
Different
things.
eyewitnesses claim that the military were present at both sites and claims to have recovered at
Really?
least one of these creatures
That's
at
news
each
to
site.
me. I hadn't heard
Multiple
about
other
that.
eyewitnesses came forward with testimony verifying a large military presence on that day, as well as seeing what appeared to be a flying object behaving in an unusual manner.
So the press
A family
conference
spoke
that
to
the,
James
the,
Fox
the
for his
military
documentary,
did
but
is
did so with only
really
their back
weird.
shown
Like
because
you
they
can
didn't want
tell
to be on
that
camera.
they're
described
trying
seeing
really
an object
hard
on
to
that
fucking
day
lie,
that
and
appeared to
it's
be floating
not
over a
very
certain
good
area
lies.
for an extended period of time before flying away. These incidents gained widespread media attention, drawing the focus of both national and international news outlets. The Brazilian military initially denied
That's
any
from the-
involvement or knowledge of the
that's from the
incident.
press conference
However,
right there.
later revelations and testimonies from military personnel suggested otherwise. Reports emerged of a military operation to retrieve an unidentified object and apprehend strange beings. One such report involves the tragic case of a young military officer named Marco
This is
Chedesi.
the police-
His family claimed that
military
Chedesi
police
was one
officer
of
that
the
was-
military
that died.
personnel who captured the creature in the same area where the girls claimed to have seen it. It was said that Chedesi and another officer who was driving were nearby and the creature ran out in front of their truck. Chedesi then grabbed the creature with his bare hands and restrained it in the military truck. Chedesi and the driver, somewhat perplexingly, then are alleged to have transported the creature to the local hospital. It was here that military personnel, who multiple hospital staff say had cordoned off a section of the hospital, spoke with a hospital technician and requested that he perform x-rays on the creature. This technician claimed that he was not allowed to see the results of the x-rays.
Oh, I wonder if those are
Chedesi,
genuine.
who was
Probably
supposed
those
to have come
aren't,
into direct
no.
contact with the creature, may have
No,
been
the
scratched
military
by it.
took the x-rays
Later
right
received
away.
treatment for a mysterious infection that appeared shortly after the incident. Chedesi apparently talked about the incident openly with the doctor that treated him because he was terrified that he was going to die from it. He did eventually end up succumbing to the infection a few weeks later and died, leaving the doctor that treated him perplexed as to the cause. His family still maintains that he died because of an illness he received from contact with the creature. 25 years later, James
This
Fox
is the
claims
other
to have discovered
police
the military
the other
officer
police
that was
guy.
driving the truck used by him and Chedesi to transport the creature.
He threatened to shoot
He also
the
finds another
documentary
military
crew.
whistleblower he dubs Military X to conceal his identity. Here's Fox on Joe Rogan describing the encounter.
The military officer, the guy that drove the creature around.
Nice mic stand.
I was
Look at
sitting
that.
across from him. You can't see his face, but I did.
It's like a $3,000
And I'm looking
mic
this
stand.
guy in the eyes. I'm thinking, I could be looking at a guy that drove a fucking alien around.
Holy shit.
You have no idea, dude.
I can't believe that.
Military X claims that he was one of the people that transported a dead alien body from the hospital.
This is the military
He states that
guy
he did
that
not see the
talked.
full body because it was partially covered in a small
Oh,
stainless
you mean
steel
the
box.
guy that guy just
He
said?
did,
was the
however,
military
describe
guy?
seeing the foot uncovered, and he
I
claims that it
didn't hear
had
that,
black,
yeah.
oily skin
He
and an
did.
odd V-shaped foot. Military X then claims that the body was transported from the hospital to a Brazilian military base in Campinas, where it was then confiscated by the United
Campinas.
States military and sent back to the U.S.
It said
He
penis.
claims that the Brazilian military at the time
this
did
whole
not
story
have the
worth it.
capability or resources to know how to handle the situation, and so turned it over to the Americans. And that appears to be where the Varginha Trail runs cold.
Well, yeah.
Of course, Not everyone believes the Varginha incident was extraterrestrial in nature. The military briefing at the time chalked the entire incident up to mass hysteria and mistaken identity, claiming that perhaps the girls had seen a marmoset or some other animal. Skeptics today argue along the same lines. They believe the military's involvement was a mere coincidence, unrelated to any extraterrestrial presence. For example,
do marmosets
skeptics
stink like
cited a
ammonia?
military police report released in 2010 by the Brazilian military
I don't see why
that
they
gives
wouldn't.
a wide variety of explanations for what happened
All
that
wild
day.
animals smell like
For one,
ammonia.
it concluded that the girls may have seen a local homeless man nicknamed Mudinho, who had been covered in mud after a rain and had simply mistaken him for a scary creature.
There you go.
The report also
That's
claims
probably
that Marco
true.
Chedesi did
Yeah,
not
it could
die
be.
from a mysterious infection, but
He
rather
does
had
sit
had a cyst
similarly.
under his left armpit for some time and had an operation to remove it, which then became infected. Furthermore, Chedesi had not even been involved in any military operation on January 20th, despite multiple witnesses claiming that he had. The military presence in town, scheduled vehicle maintenance, and the military presence at the hospital,
See?
dropping
All
off
lies.
medical supplies.
This whole town's
be,
made up
Small
lies.
aliens
Everything
at the
could be all
hospital with
chalked up to
strange
just
feet,
Everything's
apparently
a
expectant
coincidence.
Parents who
Yep.
happened to be little people. On the other hand,
Mitch
there are
just-
those who firmly
Mitch just
believe
got
that
loose in
something
town from
truly
the
out
bus.
of this world
Yeah.
occurred in Varginha.
That's all it
They point
was.
to testimony,
man.
physical
These Hispanic
evidence,
ladies
and the
have never
overall
seen a midget
consistency of the
before.
numerous
They had a
eyewitness
midget
accounts.
escape.
It's a
Some
demon.
witnesses
Nobody
were
knew
now
there was
being
a
visited by
circus in
mysterious
town.
men in
Yeah.
black
You
after
know.
coming forward with their stories. The mother of the young girls claims that foreigners, although she couldn't place their accents, appeared at her house to offer her a suitcase of cash if she changed her testimony and came forward publicly to say that her daughters had made the story up. She refused, defending her daughters and what they claimed to have witnessed, and demanded that
that's
the
a
men
lie.
leave her house.
She wouldn't refuse a
This woman's
fucking
testimony and that of her
suitcase
three
of
money. I would.
daughters has remained largely
okay, yeah.
consistent over
My
the
lips
last
are
25
sealed.
years. The Varginha UFO incident remains shrouded in mystery, with no definitive answers. It serves as a reminder that there is much that we don't understand about the universe, and continues to
Or
raise
that it's
questions
all
about our
bullshit.
government's knowledge of
Which, I mean, hey,
extraterrestrial encounters.
could be.
The consistency and sheer abundance of eyewitness testimony about this incident, at the very least,
They're Brazilians. They
provides
can't be
compelling reasons
trusted.
to think that something did indeed happen, and that the Brazilian
They
government,
speak a different
and likely the
language.
US
I mean,
government,
come
knows
on.
much more than they're letting on. Perhaps one day the
I've
truth
always
will be
found if you
unveiled,
don't speak
and
English,
we
you
will
can't
finally
be
get to the
smart.
bottom
How
of
many
it.
actually live in that
In
state
Varginha,
or whatever,
week
that
of
country?
January
A
1996.
Brazilian?
I hope you found this video
Wah,
fascinating and
wah,
thought-provoking.
wah.
If you
So-
did,
You're all
I invite you to
weak,
like this
folks.
video.
All right, you can
We're
cut
done with
this
you,
off.
buddy. We're done with that fucking jackass.
So now,
He did really well.
I believe also that there's the trailer, right?
I mean, we're pretty far into the show, dude.
How far are we in? What are we at?
Hour 20?
Hour 20? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, then I guess that's it. That's it.
Yeah, we
We're
can end
cutting
on
it off.
that.
Play him off.
I mean, we played the same exact thing twice. You told us the story, and then another
We
dude
read
told
the
us
Yeah, I
story.
guess so.
He's
well,
telling the
and-
story.
hey, but
Reading
in
the
this
story.
one, we got to see B-roll, and we actually got to
That's
see what some
true.
of these
We got
people
to
look
see
like.
B-roll.
The
It's,
Hispanic
So
this one.
think of it as a companion piece.
all right, well, thank you for that. Thanks for listening to the show. Like, subscribe, follow us, and you know the things. Goodbye,
You know the
everybody.
things. Peace.